Well, I'm back. Been a minute. Didn't really go anywhere, but it feels like it's been forever since I did a little stream action since Minnesota Vikings season ended. No surprise to anybody. One and done. Yeah, losers, but we're kind of over that. Vikings in the off season. We are 1 week away from the big game, and happy full moon, everybody. We got a full moon today, full moon in Leo, snow moon actually just peaked like 15 minutes ago at about like 12:46 Central Time, I believe. So how's everybody doing? Thanks for joining. Happy to have you. JV, what's going on? How are you? What's shaking? What's new? Been hearing a lot of draft chatter. So yeah, we'll see what's going on here. I actually have nobody really cares about the Pro Bowl. Like, do we care? No, not really. But I got the little Pro Bowl, little coverage that they got going on right now. Currently, they're showing everybody stretching, which is always kind of awkward and weird. They had like Derek Carr, kind of crawling around there. So, we're just hanging out, but hopefully everybody's been great. Yeah, I'm doing good, JV. Hope you are doing well. William, how's it going? Congratulations to your Eagles. I'm going to get into a little bit of what I think is going to happen for next week. I will be making my official prediction next week before the game, probably around the same time. I will keep you all posted, but I do have the Super Bowl astrological chart pulled up, ready to go, but good luck to your Eagles, William. All right. Nano Joe, what's going on? I know. I am going to talk about that a little bit. Always our favorite Pizza Ranch boy, always a polarizing topic. I'm going to get into that a little bit more, but yeah, I mean, everybody's talking. A lot of people have been talking about get rid of him. Your girl's been saying that for like 5 years now. Okay. One day somebody's going to listen to me, but yeah, over it. He's representing the Vikings, and I'm pretty sure Pizza Boy got his own chain now, so we can, all just enjoy that now. So there's that. Yeah, William, I'm sure you're all Eagles all the way. To be honest, I don't really care for either team, to be quite honest with you. So it's kind of like I can just sit back and, watch it all go down. I guess the one thing is Philadelphia and Minnesota in the NFC divisional game. So obviously the Eagles beat Minnesota, so I can't stand that team. Kansas City, I'm over them winning everything. Honestly, I really am. It's like snoozer alert. Let's get somebody else in there. But Jerick McKinnon, former Viking, does play for Kansas City, so I have a little bit of like a pull there just to support Jerick McKinnon. I always liked him. I still do, rooting for him. Kind of bummed when the Vikings got rid of him, but he's on Kansas City now, so we'll see. Anyway, Daniel, how's it going? Yeah, good to see you. I know, miss you. I miss you too. I know, it feels like it's been forever. So I'm back, and then next week I'll be doing my official Super Bowl planetary prediction, and I'm actually trying to plan on doing that more. Maybe with some like NBA games once baseball season starts. I might do some hockey. If anybody, I'll take suggestions. Like if you have any big games like coming up that you maybe want me to do like a planetary prediction on, like in the week, I'm actually going to try to hop back on and do that a little bit more, especially in the off season now. But so give me some ideas. And if I'm not really sure how I would do golf. That's the only thing that's one thing where I'm like, how would I do like golf, like a golf tournament? But for like teams going at it or players going at it one-on-one, probably going to try to do a little bit more of that in the off season. James, how's it going? Good to see you. Will you be doing Yes, I will be doing planetary pregame for the Super Bowl probably around this time next week. I will be doing my official prediction, but I do have the chart pulled up today. I did take a peek at it. I will be doing a little bit of a deeper dive this week upcoming, but I have looked at it a little bit just to kind of get a feel for the vibe that we got going on here. So yeah, I'll be doing that. Good to see you, James. Thanks for stopping through. Nick, how you doing? How you doing, Nick? I'm well, Nick. Hopefully you are too. I was gonna ask you too, because Nick, I know you're a Packer fan, Evil to the East fan. How do y'all feel about your quarterback now? There's a lot of rumors going around about him. I'm gonna get into I guess we can just touch on it. Yeah, Tom Brady retired again. Okay, we'll see. I have some thoughts about that, but I just want to say hey to everybody quick too. Oh, I know, Tommy. I know. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you. I know. We know, but good to see you. Yeah, I saw that coming too, dude. I mean, we saw that coming from a mile away. A lot of people that drink the purple poison, aka the purple Kool-Aid, they get their hopes up, and you gotta just let them live, But yeah, we saw that coming. So maybe next year. That's what the Vikings say every year. But here we are. We're in that boat again. So, in the ship, rather. Ranting Packers fan, Randy, what's going on? Good to see you. How do you feel about your quarterback? What's going on there? The drama. There's always drama with that one. How are you feeling? You want him to stay? You want him to go? What's going on? And if y'all haven't checked out the Ranting Packers fan channel, get on over there. Obviously, a Green Bay Packer fan, content creator, Randy and Skelly hanging tight over there. Good to see you, Randy. It's flag football for the Pro Bowl now. They honestly should just do that. I mean, it could maybe be just as fun. Oh, there's my dude Trevor Lawrence. There you go. Cheering for sunshine here today. They're showing somebody Snoop Dogg's in the house. Snoop. He's feeling it. He's feeling the vibe. We got a Devontae Adams spotting over here. We got Peyton Manning on the scene. Peyton Manning must be one of the coaches today. Is Peyton one of the coaches today? He must be. Is that what's happening? All right. Again, nobody cares. Oh, gosh. We got Pat McAfee in the booth in Kirk Herbstreit. Okay. Pat is actually wearing sleeves. So that's a little something. That's a little something new. I don't know why they just don't let Pat go in his little tank tops. Who cares? Whatever. Got to dress in sleeves for TV, I guess. You got to have sleeves on. Okay. Yeah, isn't it so sad now, JV? I know. Yeah. The Pro Bowl's just kind of like, I mean, it should just be a skills competition. I know, JV, if both teams could lose for the big one, gosh, that would just be like if one game could end in a tie, I'd be fine with that. Yes, I'd be fine with that. Okay, I obviously Patrick Mahomes is a good player. Don't get me wrong. Also, his Minnesota connection. His dad was a Minnesota Twin, so we can sort of claim him a little bit. But I just want somebody new. Okay, we're just kind of over Prince Patrick. I'm ready for somebody to just kind of kick him off the pedestal a little bit, or maybe just nudge a little bit over. Just there you go, Vernon. What's going on? Hey, good to see ya. How you doing? All right. When do the Bucks and Timberwolves play? Let's look that up. Actually, good question, Randy. Good question. I am gonna maybe try to do a little bit of Timberwolves planetary action. I was looking at their schedule too. Let me pop that up again. When do they play again? Let's see. Timberwolves are hosting the Denver Nuggets tonight. Let's see here. Timberwolves, I think, are 28 and 27 right now. They're about even Steven. I don't know if they play again, dude. To be honest, I don't think they play again. It doesn't look like. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you hear the Timberwolves got? Yeah, okay, I did hear about that. I heard a little bit of that, and I heard a little bit of the rumblings, but I don't really know why. What happened? I did hear about that though. I think it was last night. Wasn't it last night in Minneapolis that all went down? I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I heard about that. There was a little brouhaha after the game. He can leave. All right. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. And then you can maybe start, I don't know, being on he's no longer your quarterback, so you don't have to cheer for him anymore. But we know that he's going to stay in the league because Tom Brady retired. So doing good, Nick. That's good to hear. I know you don't like the fiance yet, but you think he's going to be back? Okay. I would love if he would leave the NFC North, obviously because I'm a Vikings fan, but I would love that. You think he's going to be back, though? I was hearing some rumblings that they won't have enough money to bring him back, but that's totally out of my wheelhouse as far as that goes. If the coaches thought Love was good enough, they would have played him last year. Yeah, that's true. Is the Hawkinson coming? Yeah, it was a year. That's one thing that I don't know. We're all kind of sitting and waiting about, to be honest. The big thing with the Vikings now is the defensive coordinator. What's his face? Brian Flores, I think, is kind of the top candidate right now. So let me actually just get into what I wanted to talk about here, but we're not sure. But yeah, he was 1 year. He's going to be wanting to be paid. So there's a lot of things because the Vikings are under cap. They're in cap hell. So they're going to have to do a lot of tinkering. They're going to have to let some people go, and we're not really sure yet. But yes, 1 year deal on that, Tommy. You are correct there. Trevor Lawrence is, I know, honestly, me too. I'm totally like team Trevor Lawrence at this point. McAfee on the commentary, yeah, he should be pretty good. I don't know. Maybe he wants to wear the jacket. I still think they should let him just go sleeveless if that's what he wants to do. Oh, it's the Manning brothers. All right, it's Eli versus Peyton. I'm gonna have to go Peyton on that one. I prefer that. I prefer Peyton. If I had to choose between Eli and Peyton, I'm gonna choose Peyton there. The story behind it, Mo Bamba was yelling inappropriate for things at Austin Rivers. And after a few times of him doing that, Rivers got in his face. Oh, and started a huge brawl. No. All right. Well, there we go. JV, you always got to know about the NBA. Thank you for breaking it down. I didn't know that. And I think it like carried over like into like, didn't people storm the court too? I believe that also happened, but. Do you think the Lions will win? Yes, I think the Lions, I thought they were going to make the playoffs this year. So I think they're just on the up and up. So I think they have a good chance at winning the division next year. Definitely. And, the evil, I think Detroit, if I had to choose. And I think the Bears are kind of on the up and up too. You never know either. I mean, with the trades and the draft that could happen, but yeah, good question, Nick. I think it might be the Lions though. So I just want to wish everybody a happy full moon too. Happy full moon. It's in Leo. So if you got any Leo placements that you know of, you could maybe be feeling it a little bit more. It's also known as the snow moon because it's happening in February. Also known as the hunger moon because food was kind of scarce. Obviously in February, there was a lot of snow. So happy full moon, everybody. All right. Yeah, like we were talking about, Super Bowl 1 week away. Like I did say, I will be making my official prediction next week. I will share the screen here a little bit of the chart for the game next week. So this is the chart for the game next week. Obviously, it's going to be played in Glendale. So Philadelphia is going to be the home team, and then Kansas City is going to be the away team. So this is the game chart for next week. I will be breaking it down more next week. But right now, it's looking. I don't know. Do y'all want to know what I think right now, or do you want to wait until next week? Let me know. But I don't know. I kind of have a little feeling right now. The Lions handedly beat the Packers in Green Bay. This is true. And I just think they got that vibe right now. You know, I think the Lions just have that vibe right now. And again, they're on the up. Yeah, the kneecaps, Vernon, seriously. Kneecaps 2023, the Lions season. That is accurate. JV, if you're still on the stream, here's Trevor Lawrence, our favorite quarterback. All right, he's talking to RG3. So we'll see how he does today. All right. Yeah, JV, you're still here, I think. Division standing next year will be number 1, the Lions. Number 2, the Bears. There you go. Your Bears taking a jump, JV. Vikings 3, Packers 4. Ooh, I mean, I like the Packers as the last one. I could buy it as the Vikings being number 3 because I feel like the Vikings are just continually stuck in purple purgatory. I feel like that's how it rolls with this team. But yeah. Bears, no, wait. I don't know, Nick. They got some picks, and especially if they're going to just build around Justin Fields. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. And he's got a couple of years under his belt now. You never know. RG3 is on site in Vegas as a reporter. He's doing an amazing job. Yeah, overall, I really do enjoy RG3. He has, of course, said some things. So I'm going, okay, I don't know about that, dude. But overall, I like the vibe. He seems to do a pretty good job, so. All right. So yeah, anyway, though, here's the chart for next week. Like I said, I do think that it looks a little bit more favorable for Kansas City at the moment. That's kind of the vibe I'm picking up. But, as far as I kind of look a little deeper, I'll look at the coaches and then I'll look at like the players, at least like their sun signs that I know of. So I can kind of go with that. Like Patrick Mahomes, for example, he's a sun in Virgo. Virgo's ruled by the planet Mercury. So one thing that is kind of just a little concerning maybe for me about like Kansas City is that Mercury is in Kansas City's 12th house of kind of like hidden enemies, secret enemies. So maybe Patrick Mahomes could maybe possibly, you know, turn the sword inward in a sense or make some sort of mistake, possibly. Also, another thing that I was looking at is Jalen Hurts. He's a sun in Leo. So Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun, when this game will be being played, is in Aquarius, and the sun in Aquarius is what's known as its detriment. The sun loses some power there because the sun naturally rules Leo, so it's in the sign opposite to which it rules. So maybe Jalen Hurts even losing a little bit of power. So maybe it's something more to less focus on like the quarterbacks as maybe like a certain player. Also like wide receiver, running back. I might look a little bit there as well. Andy Reid is a sun in Pisces, so he's ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is known as a great benefic planet. It's very, very lucky. And then what's the Philadelphia Eagles? Nick Sirianni. I can't remember I think he is, I looked him up as well, and I think he's a sun in Gemini, if I remember correctly, which again is ruled by also it was ruled by Mercury. So anyway, I was just kind of taking a little look at that. But yeah, back to the comments here. I'm a big RG3 fan. He's amazing and as a commentator for college football. Yeah, again, I think he's doing a good job, and I think he's just on his way up too, you know, so good for him. James O'Brien, what do you got? Hoping 2023 will be a lucky year for us Virgo people. There you go. I like that. Hopefully the luck will be passed your way. Hopefully it can be spread around as well. And two, speaking of Mercury, we are just in the last little bit of Mercury retrograde. Mercury did go direct, but we're currently in the shadow phase of Mercury being completely back to normal, which actually the last day is the 7th. So that's Tuesday. So if you're feeling any like wonky communication, in addition to like the full moon, maybe some like surprises technologically that you weren't really expecting, we're almost there. We're in the final stretch now, the last couple of days. So just remember to like back up your files, especially right now in the next couple of days too. All that good stuff. But we're in the tail end of the Mercury shadow period, another couple of days. So until the 7th for this time anyway, until Mercury goes retrograde again. But we don't have any planets that are retrograde right now. So it's a really good time to like focus on your goals, things like that. Especially with the full moon. They're all about endings and then new beginnings, which the full moon is happening today. The Kelsey Bowl, Vernon, yeah, seriously. It is going to be the Kelsey Bowl. Which Kelsey is going to be the victor? That's got to be kind of hard maybe for the parents too, you know, of the Kelsey brothers. If the Bears, Vikes, and Lions are better than the Packers, I think I'll need some of those drugs ARS has to give him more clarity. Oh, yeah, you're maybe going to have to go on an ayahuasca journey. Okay, yeah, perhaps. Yeah, to let go of the ego a little bit. Okay, that's fair. I understand that. Packers are going to be the worst in the division. Woo! JV with a little bit of fighting words there. Not really. Lions proved in week 18. They're better than Green Bay. Accurate. Bears have the most cap space. Yes, this is true. And the most draft picks. So they'll improve drastically. Agreed. Yes. You're a Gemini. Yeah, Nick, I remember that you are a sun in Gemini. It's really hard because I just know your sun sign. Like, you have a whole chart, so it's really hard to just go by your sun sign. Like, your sun sign is really important. Like, that's your core, that's you. But I don't know what other planets are interacting with your sun in your chart. I don't know what house it's in, so it's kind of hard. But you're definitely a lot more affected by Mercury retrograde because your sun is in Gemini and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So the twins two choices probably a lot of the time. Maybe you could feel pulled in maybe two different directions a lot of the time as well. But easier for you to go with the flow than a lot of others as well. But it's always best to get a full birth chart reading to see what's in store for you. So I hope that helps a little bit, but I hope you have a great year overall. But yeah, especially for the Mercury retrograde, it's almost done here, this last one. next 2 days. JV, Vikings will be just good enough to not be, around 500. Exactly. And the Packers are going to lose tons of their best free agents because they don't have a lot of cap space. Yeah, I feel like the Vikings and the Packers are probably both a little bit in cap hell. All right. And speaking of that, too, I do want to touch on the Vikings a little bit here. Okay. So, before I move along to one more thing about the Super Bowl is, okay, so obviously it's next week, right? And Tom Brady retired again. Don't we think, and this is where the tinfoil hat, put your tinfoil hat on here, people. I heard some rumors, rumblings. Okay, he retired again. Okay, bye. He retired again. See you later. Like, greatest of all time. Yep. Respect. Okay. 7 Super Bowls. We get it. See ya. Can we believe you? The boy who cried, I'm retired. But is his first debut in the broadcasting booth, this being Father Time Tom, is it going to be next week during the Super Bowl? So once again, all the attention can be on him. Just like, he made his announcement. He's got the 80 for Brady movie coming out. People, think about it. Let's keep our peepers peeled for that next week. All right. Let's keep them peeled. All right. Only half Kansas City jersey, half. Yeah, there you go. I think they do that. That's right. They do. I remember that. Oh, yeah, I don't know my time. Oh, yeah, you can always do at least just the day. And then if you don't know your time of birth, what you can do actually is just put noon, because obviously you probably know the day you were born and the location. You can at least just put noon, because then you don't know where the houses are, but you can at least see what the planets are doing. And there's something called rectifying your birth chart as well, where you can kind of look at it, look at your life and kind of like see potentially, like, guess, for a lack of a better word, but look at what time you were probably born at. Just based off of everything that's going on, you can try to kind of figure out your rising sign. I'm not like a super expert in doing that, but it is possible. There are a lot of astrologers that do that. Again, called rectifying your birth chart when you don't know the time. But if you don't know the time you're born, you can always put noon, because at least you can kind of see where the planets were at that time, at that day. All right, Justin, what's going on? Purple and Gold for Days, Minnesota Vikings podcast. What's going on, dude? Thanks for stopping by. People, if you haven't checked out the channel, Purple and Gold for Days, go do it. Justin's been on the channel before. I've been lucky enough to be over there. How's it going, dude? Good to see you. Oh, you're going for Kansas City? All right. I'm only going for Kansas City because I don't like either. I really don't. So it's just like whoever wins. But Jerick McKinnon on Kansas City, can't stand the Eagles, but yeah, we'll see. He's going to unretire again? I think he might. Tom Brady, too, I do know. I have looked at his birth chart before, actually. All I remember about it is that he's a sun in Leo. So, Leos, they naturally usually get attention wherever they go. Some Leos really, they bask in that, right? Some Leos do. Other Leos are a little bit more shy, but Tom Brady definitely showing the Leo placements there, but I feel like we're going to get an appearance next week from Tom Brady in the booth. Yeah, I finally have. Oh, you have power. Good. Thank goodness, Nick. I'm glad. If you're down in Austin, yes, I am so glad that you have power restored. That was scary. You're gonna go out and enjoy the day. Thanks for the reading. I always fan of the wrong team. Thanks, Nick. Yes, happy to hear you're safe down there, and that you got your power back. I know that storms were rolling through there, the snow and stuff. So glad that you're safe. Enjoy the day. Always good hearing from you. Even though we cheer for, opposing teams. It's all right. We can be friends and foes, right, at the same time. All right. Justin saying hey to JV. Nice. All right. Fox has announced Tom Brady isn't joining for the Super Bowl. It's going to be Greg Olsen calling the game. It's going to be a surprise. Just wait. He's going to appear in some sort of way. He is going to appear in some capacity. Excuse me. I just think that. I don't know. I could be wrong. There's the Zadarius Smith. All right. He's at the Pro Bowl for the Vikings today. One of the Vikings there. All right. So on to the Vikings. Okay, just a little bit. I have not posted or haven't streamed really since it happened, but ding dong, Ed Donatell's gone. It's old news now, but Ed Donatell, he did get the purple pitchfork. Okay, he did. They came knocking at the door, all right, with the torches and the pitchforks. See you later. The way that they kind of announced it was a little weird. It was like Quasi and Kevin O'Connell knew like the day before and were asked at like a presser, and they kind of like looking back now, it's like they knew. They knew. They didn't say it, but they knew. They did. All right, they did. I'm pretty sure I was born in the morning. I always wake up early. That could be a Nick. Yeah, that could be something you could talk about if you ever get a birth chart reading. Who does everybody think is gonna win? Yeah, I don't like either team. I don't either, Nick. Yeah, I agree with you. Oh, JV's got the Eagles winning. Justin's got Kansas City winning. Yeah, again, I will be making my official planetary pregame prediction next week, but just looking at the birth chart, things, you don't know, but I think Kansas City might be a little bit more favorited here. But yeah, I pulled that up a little earlier. But yeah, back to the Vikings. So Ed Donatel, he's gone. I do kind of think that Ed Donatel was kind of the scapegoat a little bit because he did get handed kind of a shit defense for Minnesota. It wasn't like he got handed like, oh, they're doing great. It was the daycare center and the nursing home. I mean, we know how it goes. And it was also the babysitters club. So it wasn't like he got handed these young bucks, right? So I think it was I'm in the camp that it was a little bit unfair to kind of put all the blame on Ed Donatel, kind of like last year where all the blame was put on Satan, Mike Zimmer. All right. And it didn't, and they kind of ended up the same way. But anyway, so, and then of course the Kirk Cousins Pizza Ranch Boy steam is always strong. It's died down a little bit now. But of course, straight after the loss, and I'm sorry, but on the fourth and whatever it was, and then throwing the check down to Hawkins. I mean, just that is a microcosm who Kirk Cousins is as a starting quarterback in the NFL. I mean, right there, that last play of the Vikings-Giants game. How can you argue that? Literally a microcosm of who Kirk Cousins is as a starting quarterback in the league, right? It just is. It just is. So they're probably going to bring him back because that's just the way I'm sure it's going to roll. I could be surprised. Most of you, I'm sure, that are watching this, you all know that I didn't want him on the team to begin with. I don't think they're ever going to be able to win a Super Bowl with him under center. And I'm over it. I have been since day one. Hopefully, if they are bringing him back, they can Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy his contract a little bit, and maybe he can agree to like some, less money so they can bring some more people on. And then as far as there's also a lot of Dalvin Cook steam as well about trading Dalvin Cook. Again, I've been saying this for years. For the last 2 years, they should have traded Dalvin Cook then at his peak. The dude can't stay healthy an entire season. Running backs' lifespans in the NFL are very, very short. They've had Alexander Mattison, who's proven himself since he's been on the team, reliable, can be a starter. And the one place that the Vikings actually have a little bit of depth is their running back, roster. So, yeah, trade him. Go ahead. But I think that they could have gotten more money for him a couple of years ago. But anyway, what else do I got on the Vikings? Just checking my nerd notes. I think Justin Jefferson, also a little bit of snaps for Justin Jefferson. I think he was voted by Fox, by the Fox and whatever they do, NFL Fox, by Offensive Player of the Year. So congratulations to Justin Jefferson on that one. All right. I love the Super Bowl, but recent halftime shows. Oh, yeah. Thank you, James, for mentioning that. I wanted to touch on Rihanna. Thank you. I forgot about that. We'll be making myself a nice warm cup of tea at the half. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be Rihanna this year. Again, throw your tinfoil hat on. I did hear a little bit rumblings that we may be getting an appearance by A$AP Rocky. Rihanna and A$AP Rocky had a child together this last year as well. So possibly we're getting a little appearance from A$AP Rocky. I wonder too if in some way we'll get some sort of Jay-Z or Beyonce spotting as well, because back in the day, Jay-Z was the one that signed or discovered Rihanna as well. So who knows if we might see who are going to be the surprise guests. But I think A$AP Rocky is definitely going to make an appearance. I really like Rihanna. I like her a lot. So I don't know. I'll be watching. I'm a fan of hers anyway. But yeah, Cousins is, I'm over it. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Over it. Kirk Cousins has no trade clause and has a huge cap hit if they release him, so they're stuck. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how it's going to go. I pretty much have... I don't necessarily want to accept it, but I've pretty much come to accept that, yeah, he's going to be back. He just... just digs his claws in wherever he can get that money. And this is why, again, I think he has the best agent in the league. He just sets himself up for this. And then this is why, too, he can just throw that fourth and whatever. What was it, like a 4th and 8? I think it was like 4th and 8, right? And then throw that little check down pass. He doesn't have to worry about it. Yeah, he's going to hear it through the media. He doesn't give a rip because he knows that he's still going to get paid. He don't care. That's another reason why I don't want him on this damn team. Too much coddling. I mean, I could go on and on. Y'all know how I feel. One day, too. And then, too, once he's finally off the Vikings, we don't have to listen to the damn celebration song anymore. I mean, seriously. Who throws a shoe? Yeah, exactly. Justin, right back at Nick. Seriously. I mean, I am a little bit more of like get Kirk out of here boat than Justin is, purple and gold for days. But, Justin, I believe that you're pretty much over Kirk at this point as well. I did like Dr. Dre last year as well. I will concur. I enjoyed that. Dr. Dre and Snoop, I think, as well. Who else? Did Eminem make an appearance last year, too? Didn't Eminem make an appearance last year? Did he not? Purple and gold for days at JV. Find a team that is close to winning, San Francisco and New York Jets, that you can convince him to waive it, and it would be possible to move off of him. They won't, and it's all... Yeah, exactly. Purple and gold for days. Justin, you're getting at it. Exactly. That is an entire another conversation. We can have that conversation, though. I mean, I got time, because this is an ownership issue with the Vikings. Honestly, it's an ownership issue, is what it is. Like, I mean, again, I don't want Kirk on the team, but at the end of the day, you got to look at it's business. You got to look at ownership. It's an ownership issue, but the Wilfs have positioned themselves in such a way where, as business people, they got Vikings fans and the Vikings, community, Skol Nation, right where they want us, because we just keep coming back year after year after year and supporting mediocrity. And that's what they want. That's what they want, because they are too, air quote, scared, right, to have a shit season, because they think that's going to lose them, inevitably, revenue. It's going to lose them fans. But if they actually thought about it, no, it wouldn't. Because if they thought about it, Vikings fans, we're still here year after year after year. We're stuck in purple purgatory. They haven't won anything. Yeah, they haven't necessarily been garbage, I think, since like Les Steckel or whatever. It's been a minute. We're still here. And you know what? Ownership, we're still going to be here, because the Vikings fans are extremely loyal. So why not roll the dice, okay, on taking a tank year? If it means inevitably you are going to get a big game. Because, Wilfs, imagine all the revenue you could have from one Super Bowl victory, and then you could milk that for years to come. It's just another... Come on. We gotta turn the tables here a little bit. We gotta make them think about it in a different capacity, okay? A different way. We gotta do this. We gotta take it into our own hands here, people. We do. I could be wrong, but it seems like he really wants to be in Minnesota, so I don't think he'll waive it regardless. Is there any way he can go to his bestie, Kyle Shanahan? Like, is that any sort of option? Is there any sort of way where, I've mentioned this before too, we can just do the straight up swap for Kirky and Jimmy G? Straight up. See you later. Sayonara. See you later. Okay? What about that? I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's a possibility. Wolves are more concerned about... Yes, exactly. Yes, purple and gold for days, Justin. You got it. You got it. Wolves are more concerned about not being bad than being great. They are content just being okay. This is true. And if they really thought about it, it's just like, come on, you guys. You could have some more money. You can have even more, right? And meanwhile, those tank years, right? If potentially we do have to tank, who knows if we even really have to? I mean, who actually knows? But if you took a risk, if they thought about it, you're still going to get the revenue. And then you have a better chance, hypothetically, about getting to the Super Bowl, which is more money, more revenue for years to come. But no, you don't listen to me. I probably too am finally gonna do the deep dive astrologically on the Vikings with their birth chart of them as a team. I haven't looked at it in a minute. I originally did a video. I didn't like it. I wanted to do a better job. That was months ago. I didn't post it. So I will be doing that this off season too. Because last time I did look at their chart, I do it does seem like maybe 2024, 2025 could maybe be a time for the Vikings to finally make it. I'm going to look at it again. That's going to be a live stream that I am going to do this off season as well. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to get going on that as well eventually here. I doubt he wants to move him and his family across the country just because it's convenient for the Vikings. Yeah, this is true, but JB, you gotta think about it. He's got a lot of money. He doesn't have to worry about that. He can hire people to do that. And I think Kirk and I don't know his wife's name, but I think from my understanding, she's a big part of it too. Not like maybe a business manager per se, but that's a lot to kind of manage, right? So they can pay people for that. They can schedule movers. They can pay somebody to go find a house for them. They don't got to worry about a damn thing. When you got that much money, you can pay people to do that. But yes, it is inconvenient. Moving sucks for everybody. But Bobby, what's going on? How's it going? Oh gosh, you're just barely. Yes, okay. 4th and 8. That's what it was. Bobby, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I was talking about that a little bit earlier too. But, for Kirk, he don't care. He knows he's still going to get paid. And 2, the 4th and late, I love that. The 4th and 8, seriously, a microcosm. I said a little bit earlier, but I don't think you're on, of who Kirk Cousins is as a starting quarterback in the NFL. Legit. Just a microcosm. Perfect example right there. But yeah. I think the Wolves are scared if the Vikings have a 3-win season that there'll be games where they want that giant stadium is empty. I think they are scared of that. I think that they are. This is true. The one thing I wish that they would listen to me when I said you don't have to be scared. Mark Ziggy, you don't got to be scared of that. Okay? Again, Minnesota Vikings fans are extremely loyal. Always have been. And a lot of fan bases have a lot of loyalty, even when their teams are crap, right? Especially Detroit, Minnesota fans, because we're still here year after year after year. We have not won, right? Buffalo in that mix too? I think Buffalo might be in that mix. But yeah, we'll see. But I don't think they got to worry about it. I honestly don't think that they have to. Well, I found the quarter to put into you to get you going. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Put it on it. If you want to put in another one, go ahead. You get a little token. You get a little token. Free tokens, Justin. You get a free Kirk token here. Free pizza boy. What else? We had Kirk Weasels. That was another name for him too. And that's another thing I wanted to touch on too, is like who stays and who goes for the Vikings. Who stays, who goes. At this point, get rid of all of them. Speaking of the Vikings, there's Justin Jefferson. There he is. All right. There were also rumblings. What if the Vikings consider trading Justin Jefferson? I personally hope that they don't do that. That would be a nice player to build around. But hey, they don't listen to me. Just trying to help them out here. But, Christopher, what's going on? Good to see you. How you doing? Those conference games had some sort of worst refs I've seen. We love ref ball. Good to see you, Christopher. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, I agree. And another tinfoil hat time moment here. If you think about, I don't know where I was reading it. I think I saw it on Twitter, but the refs are dressed in the same thing that prisoners wear and jailers wear. So yeah, they do control things if you kind of think about it in that capacity, because who controls the prisoners, the jailers, and all that stuff? Same thing. I should find that tweet. I don't know. I was deep diving, I was probably on UFO Twitter or something like that. Jimmy G's a free agent. He can come on down. I don't know. Work it out. Quasi, do the numbers. Crunch the numbers. Crunch them. You know what? And if you got to go crunch them again, crunch them again. Crunch them, right? They're supposed to be paid. They're paid these millions of dollars, the GMs and whatnot, to make magical moves. Do it. And yeah, how are they going to get TJ Hawkinson back on the team? We shall see. Jimmy Jesus smiling on the sidelines while his team gets blown out was so funny to me. I know. I mean, he's just always smiling, right? Always smiling. Always smiling. And it's funny if you think about it too, that people get on Jimmy G for smiling in like quote unquote bad moments that they think, and then a lot of times as like a girl you get told to smile a lot, or like, why aren't you smiling? But then Jimmy G smiles and then he gets ridiculed. I don't know. I mean, Christopher, I don't think you're ridiculing him, but I kind of like thought about that in a little bit of a sense. But yeah, he was just like, whatever, he's just chilling, doing the thing. But yeah, a lot of people get mad at Jimmy G for just smiling when like it's like that dog sitting, that meme or whatever of like the dog sitting with the cup of coffee amongst the flames, just put Jimmy G there in replacement, just smiling. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's going up in flames, but it's cool. It's fine. It's fine. All right. But yeah. And it looks like the Colts are drafting Will Levis in the draft. Oh, speaking of Jimmy G, there he is. They're showing him. Christian McCaffrey, Jimmy G, George Kittle, and Kyle. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. They're showing him when they were at the Golden State Warriors game when all the cheerleaders were coming over to Jimmy G. That is hilarious. They're listening to the stream, clearly. So, obviously. But yeah, tell me more about Will. I don't know about it. Personally, I don't know. The Colts traded up in the draft from 4 to 3 to get Will Levis. I'm sorry if I'm totally butchering it. Oh, we're getting a little highlight reel of Pizza Ranch Boy. I got distracted. All right. They're showing when he keeps falling over. Oh, gosh. I can look away now. They're showing him in the chains. I can look away. It's just ahead of CJ Stroud, which is confusing to me. I am not a super draft mind, but, super well-versed draft mind. So I don't know. I kind of have to be told about it, to be honest, but you know a lot more than me, so we'll have to see. I always just wait and see what happens. 2025, time's up. Well, Kirk will be out of the league by 2024. Ooh, JV, you think he's going to be out of the league by 2024? Potentially. Unless he can finagle some sort of other contract deal. I don't know. Maybe he'll be around. We'll see. And if the Vikings don't have a post-Kirk Cousins plan, they'll be horrible in 2024 and could get the first overall pick for the 2025 draft. Maybe that's what'll come to fruition, potentially. But yeah, I mean, that's a good point because, yeah, we have to plan for like right now, but obviously you have to also plan for what's after Kirk. Like they haven't done that at all. Like at all. Like Nick Mullins, all fine and dandy, but he's not the quarterback of the future. I hope maybe this is the last year that we're going to have to see the gritty everywhere. Maybe we can just full moon, everything coming full circle on that dance as well. That'd be nice. It's just, I don't know. It kind of, I don't know. It gives me secondhand embarrassment a little bit watching people do it, but I don't know. Call me a fuddy-duddy. I'm not sure. I just don't like the gritty. I don't. Vlad, what's going on? The free agent market is full of cheap players to stack teams this year. This team needs to hire, Brian Flores. That is the hot pick, which I think they're waiting around, right? Just to see what happens because Arizona potentially might hire him as the head coach over there. So it sounds like he's the hot ticket right now, just kind of in the league, or at least in regards to the Cardinals and the Vikings, maybe per se. But yeah, and fix the trenches. This is true. Deontay Foreman, Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert are all available running backs. Okay. And that's one thing too. I'm not familiar with any of those running backs, to be honest with you. That's one place that I'm actually not worried about with the Vikings, but if they found room, if they got another running back, obviously for Dalvin Cook, if they did trade him, get rid of him, whatever, bring him on in because you can always use more, right? So I don't think that's a bad idea per se. Jordan Poyer from the Bills, Marlon Humphrey for defensive backs. You think re-signing Peterson? I mean, with Patrick Peterson, I don't know. I mean, it depends what the Vikings want to do. It depends. Are they going to actually try to blow it up? I don't think that they're going to. I think that they should have last year. They kind of keep missing the mark. They get so close and then they couldn't do it. Like last year, you didn't get rid of the final stooge. You left Kirk Cousins on the stage by himself, right? The other stooges were gone, done and dusted. Kirk Cousins sitting there going, line, I don't know where I am. I can't perform, okay? So they should have got rid of all three of them. And now, kind of Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah and Kevin O'Connell, they didn't really get handed a mess, but that's just kind of what they got handed. Now they got to deal with it. So it's just like we're in this like carousel. I think they honestly need to strip it down. Do it. Just get rid of them. Get rid of them all. And that would be Patrick Peterson, Harrison Smith, Eric Kendricks, Zadarius Smith. Who else? Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook. Who else? I mean, Kirk Cousins, get rid of him too. Get rid of him. I mean, so it's just, but again, this kind of circles back to the conversation that the ownership issue, where the Wilfs seem unwilling to kind of strip the team down. But again, we'll see. All good names to watch out for, though, because obviously they're probably not going to strip down the team. So they're going to be needing to bring other people on. And 2025 is the draft. JJ McCarthy. Yeah, that is one that I put on the list to your suggestion, JV. So thanks again. The quarterbacks list, up-and-coming quarterbacks. If anybody has an up-and-coming quarterback like that they see that is playing college, that they think is going to be an up-and-comer that the Vikings should keep their peepers peeled for, or just in general, let me know. Because again, I am not like good with the draft at all. I've never gotten into college sports, so I'm always kind of out in la la land about that. So I do have a little running list going of quarterbacks that I have added to that, kind of ones that we should keep our eyes on. But yeah, JJ McCarthy's on there. He's going to be the next Tom Brady. Well, if Tom Brady actually stays unretired, we shall see. Then somebody will have to take his place. So yeah, we'll see. So if the Vikings get the first overall pick in 2025, they could get the next all-time. Wouldn't that be something? And as a Vikings fan, we've been waiting for that because it seems like they've never hit on a quarterback. And I wish this was my take, but I heard it like on the radio somewhere, but basically saying that just NFL teams, you just draft a quarterback pretty much every year, unless you have a situation where, I guess maybe you have like, I mean, even regardless if you have Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, whatever, you should just draft a quarterback every year. I mean, somebody said, I don't remember who it came from either. Oh, it was months ago, maybe 2 months ago, but I was like, I like it. I'm for it. Who cares? Who cares what round it is? Just draft one. Whatever team you are, just draft a quarterback, see what happens, because you never know. I don't know. I kind of liked that take a little bit. I like it. All right. But JV, if that happens, that would be amazing. Don't really like Dalvin that much considering he moves laterally and can't, yes, in crucial moments. Yeah, Vlad, I agree with you. I think the Vikings should have honestly traded Dalvin at his peak probably like 2 years ago. They could have gotten the most for him, but they could still get some, possibly, I don't know, some money, some wiggle room within the cap problem that they're currently in, some picks. And yeah, he can't hang on to the ball at crucial moments, like you mentioned. He cannot play an entire season healthy as well. And I think he's kind of expensive too. I don't remember exactly what it is. And the Vikings have depth in their running back situation. And Alexander Addison, always stepping up. Just as good, in my opinion. I've been in it, but I've kind of, to be fair, I'm not a huge fan of Dalvin Cook, so I will say that. And I have been like a bigger fan of Alexander Madison and Jerick McKinnon, too. We had him a couple years ago, but can't be living in the past forever, I guess. Rebuild the trenches, go cheap on the running back. Yeah, Vernon, I agree with you there. And they can go cheap on the running back because they got running backs. They do. Look at the offensive line. I agree with you there. For Super Bowl participants, solid offensive lines and running back by committee. Yeah. And I think the offensive line, that can never be forgotten about. It's gotten better too. Garrett Bradbury, I think, has surprised us a little bit, surprised me a little bit. I hope he continues to stay consistent. But, if you have a solid offensive line, they're not getting your quarterback, regardless of who it is, right? And if you got a solid defense, the other team can't score points. So, I don't know. But it seems simple, right? It seems simple when you just say it like that, but even though it's not. All right. Raheem Mostert was only $1 million this year. Viable option. There we go. I like it. Yeah, these are all good ideas, you all. You all have good ideas. All good quarterbacks these years. Oh, okay. I think I have every one of them on my list. Let me double check. Let me just pull out my notepad here. Here it is. What do we got? Am I missing anybody? I'm looking. I'm comparing who you got here, Christopher, and who I have on my list. Yep, I have Will, CJ. Oh, I don't have Bryce Young. I don't have the last two. I'll add them. I also have Anthony Richardson on there. Tyler Van Dyke, somebody mentioned too. But I will add Bryce Young. I do not have him on there. So I'll add him now. And then Hendon Hooker. I don't have him either. Okay. There we go. Updating the list. Very good. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people on there now. Thank you. If I got what I really want, he'd be back at the Niners as running back 2. Oh, okay. Born a Minnesotan. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that. Lived in the Bay for a while now. Niners could definitely combo him with Christian McCaffrey. I was just going to say, too, do they actually need anybody over there? Because they do have Christian McCaffrey. And then, who's Elijah Mitchell? They use him quite a bit, too, don't they? At running back. But Christian McCaffrey is amazing, but he lost his home run speed. Yeah, I mean, he is still solid, right? Yep, I agree with you. Still solid. And, man, I was pulling for the 49ers, and they just completely fell apart. You draft a quarterback when you don't need a quarterback. Yes, Colin Cowherd. I agree there. Yep, draft one when you don't need one. Yep, you have to always kind of prepare for the future, right? I agree with you. And Joe Milton will be in the draft either next year or the year after. He has a strong arm and good accuracy. All right. He plays college where Peyton Manning played. All right. Speaking of Peyton, there he is. I think they're singing the Star Spangled Banner right now. Joe Milton. I'll add him on there too. Thanks, Christopher. We got it. All right. Our list is getting a little better here. Ones to watch out for. I like it. Okay. Alrighty. We're rolling along there on that list. It's becoming quite the list, I gotta say. All right, we're getting Derrick Henry and a Devontae Adams spotting there. Tribe, how you doing? Good to see you. There's George Kittle. Okay, who do I have? Eagles or Kansas City? Well, I will be making my official planetary pregame picks. I will pull up the astrological chart next week and make my official prediction. I had it pulled up a little bit earlier in the stream today. What it's looking like right now, I'm feeling like Kansas City. I honestly don't really like either team, to be completely honest. So I can be just very objective when I look at the astrological chart, but again, it's pros and cons with each team. So I really as far as teams go, I really don't care. Again, I support former Vikings. Jerick McKinnon is on Kansas City, so there's that. But it's looking a little bit more favorable for Kansas City. I'm kind of feeling right now, but I will do a deeper dive and make my official prediction next week. Yeah, next year. I'll make my prediction about the game. Yeah, no, next week. Probably around this time too. I'm going to be doing my stream and doing my official prediction. But yeah. Probably I'm kind of feeling Kansas City right now, but you never know. I am going to look at the chart a little bit. I'm going to do a deeper dive this week before next week's official prediction, but that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. What do you got? Who do you have? Max Duggan is a QB the Vikings should think about drafting. He'll be available in the 3rd round because he's severely overlooked for some reason. Oh, okay. I might as well keep this list out here, JV. And JV, I know you've given me quite a few of these too, so thank you. All right. I was like, do I have him on here? I thought maybe I did, but I don't. Okay, we got another one. Cool. All right, Christopher seconds that. Max Duggan is really good as well, but probably going in the 3rd round. All right. John, what's going on? Yeah, I know. That's okay. Sorry about the Vikings. It's all good, dude. Thank you, though. I mean, I was not surprised in the slightest that they were one and done. I pretty much said that the whole entire time, but I appreciate that. And it's just, yeah, as a Vikings fan. Okay, there we are again. All right. Stuck in purple purgatory. But yeah, congratulations to your Eagles. We'll see what happens next week. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good game too. And like I said, I don't like either team. So I can just sit back and watch it objectively and enjoy the show. So hopefully it's going to be a good game. That's what we can all hope for, right? We want to be entertained. All right. Vernon, how much do you think Pollard will get paid considering the injuries? All right. Good question. Bryce Young is probably going in the top 5 in the first round, as he should. I don't even know who has the first 5 picks. I would assume like Detroit, Chicago. Who else? Who else is crappy? I don't even know. Who else has got them? See, this is how much of the draft that I don't know. People compare Duggan to Andy Dalton. Oh, okay. I like Andy Dalton because they both went to TCU and both have red hair. Okay. But I think Duggan, am I saying that name right too, will be better than Andy Dalton. Nice. I mean, Andy Dalton had a solid career, right? But I mean, how many years was he a starter? Let me look that up. How many years did he start? Let's see if Google just takes me right to the answer. How many years was he a starter? It doesn't tell me. Cincinnati, Dallas, Chicago, New Orleans, present. What teams did Andy? We don't want that. We want to know how much he started for. Well, he must have been a starter for Cincy, right? For 8 years? Was he a starter for 8 years in all of Cincinnati? I could probably go to Wikipedia. It would tell me. All right. I don't need to scroll here. Okay. Maybe somebody will tell me in the chat. But yeah, I got the Andy Dalton. What is his? Is he a Scorpio? Sun in Scorpio? He is. That's kind of what I thought. Sun in Scorpio. I feel like I've looked to his sun sign up before. All right. Okay. All right, JV. Max can be a solid starter in the NFL. All right, that'll be fun to watch too, and it's fun for me too, as somebody again that doesn't really normally get involved in like the draft and I don't really know much about what's going on. It's fun now that I got a couple of names that I can. Oh, okay, I remember that one. So now I can see what happens. Be like, oh, well, JV said that, or like, oh, Christopher said that, or like Vlad said that. So yeah, good ones, you guys. Good ones. All right, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Joe Milton is terrible. He won't come close to getting drafted. Well, we'll see. We'll put him on the list anyway. We'll keep him there. Pollard salary is tricky. All right, Vernon's got the answer here. He's a home run threat, but isn't a back that gets 20 plus carries. The market isn't favorable for running backs for getting huge paydays. Yeah, that's true. And I think that just kind of correlates or circles back to the fact that they usually have a pretty kind of like short lifespan in the NFL, right, as well. That's perfect if you factor in teams who would prefer to use him as a 2 to 3 back system running back. Yeah, true that. I seriously think probably a majority of people in the chat could run teams just as good as people that get paid millions of dollars to do it. Can both teams lose in the Super Bowl? Yeah, Christopher, that'd be all right. I would be fine with that. I was saying a little bit earlier, I don't like ties, obviously, because they're just so okay, well, that's not fulfilling. But if somehow the Super Bowl could end up in a tie, that'd be fine. Or yeah, if both teams could lose, that'd be all right as well. Okay. Just want them to fix our ground game. It was pitiful last year. Pitiful. I like that word. That's a good one. Dallas probably used oh yeah, I think Dallas did on Andy. I think you're right. Mm-hmm. The 49ers are cursed at quarterback. We can send Kirk there. All right, continue the curse. Come on. They might draft 2 quarterbacks. Yeah, I mean, seriously, you got to give them cred because what were they at? Like their 3rd or 4th string? Well, Brock Purdy, what was he, the 3rd string? And then, yeah, he injured his finger, and then they were on to their 4th string quarterback. I don't remember the cat's name right now, but yeah, just something in the water over there. I don't know. Or Jimmy G, like first happened, then it was just like a ripple down effect. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to say what I was just going to say. We don't care who's on the TV right now. There's actually a few decent vets available to sign. Baker and Sam are. All right. Vlad, you are in the know. A lot of you are in the know. Seriously, more in the know than I am. Nate, what's going on? Cheers. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Sunday. And things. It's a good Sunday so far. We got a little Pro Bowl in the background here. I don't really care. I didn't even realize it was actually on at this time. But yeah, just hanging out. Happy full moon. Also, happy full moon in Leo, Nate. So we got the full moon today. It peaked a couple hours ago. But happy full moon. Good to see you. Yeah, things are going well. And I was saying a little bit earlier, too, I'm going to be doing my official planetary pregame for the Super Bowl next week, probably around the same time. So keep your peepers peeled for that. I'll do a little post about it. But yeah, good to see you, Nate. Thanks for stopping through. Angel's in the house. We all got our wings now. Angel, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. Yes, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. I was saying earlier on, there's Stefan Diggs, former Vikings, still like Diggs. We got the game going on here. But yeah, I was saying earlier that it's been a minute. It's been like 2 weeks, I think. But it feels like it's been quite longer than that. But good to see you. Hope everything is well. He somehow started over Fields for a few games in Chicago. Oh, okay. Andy Dalton, that's right. He did. Okay, that's right. So he must have been a starter for at least I don't know, we can say 8 years now, right? We could probably say that. Burton, the main issue was the center, right guard, and right tackle for them. There we go. All right. Brad, what else you got? Once Alex Mack retired, the line fell apart. The Jets stole the guard. All right, we got the flag football going on here. Okay. It's a little interesting to see them playing flag football. But hey, they're just doing whatever. They should just do skills competition, but I mean, that's fine. And where is the Pro Bowl this year? I mean, they used to always do it in Hawaii, but it's not still in Hawaii, is it? No, it can't be because it's like 8 a.m. there. Where is the Pro Bowl right now? Where is this being held? Is this going to tell me on my tube on Hulu? Is it going to tell me where it is? Somebody probably in the chat. You can tell me. Where the F are they playing the Pro Bowl at right now? Peyton's taking it really seriously. Really seriously. He's taking it serious. You talking that little walkie-talkie? Serious. Like this. Really concentrated on it. Okay. All right. Okay. They need O-line help, but can't get a healthy quarterback. Lance, Jimmy G not returning, Purdy, and Johnson. Okay. Yeah. Seriously. Talk about quarterback issues with the 49ers. Johnson should refund his paycheck. Yep. Put the flags back on. Flag football. Second and goal. All right. The Niners have a good offensive line, but they have issues with the quarterbacks getting injured. Yeah. It's seriously, if there's one problem, there's not another, right? Like with the Vikings. Imagine if the Vikings had San Francisco's offensive line, right? That'd be nice. Gotta have that solid offensive line. Because if you got the solid offensive line, you can make a non-starter or a rookie quarterback look pretty good. But I do think that Brock Purdy was playing pretty well. But again, when you got a solid offensive line, you don't got to worry so much about the quarterback. And then he's got time to do the work back there. But, Kyle Shanahan should have drafted Mahomes or Watson, but drafted Solomon Thomas. And where is Solomon Thomas today? Seriously. It's send Kirk back to his bestie. Seriously, just send Kirk back to Kyle Shanahan. We can get it over with. I'm rebuilding the Vikings in Madden. Oh, you are? Okay, in Madden right now. And currently the Vikings are 7-0, headed into a game versus the Commanders. All right. Well, if you built a team that they go undefeated, you should be the next GM. All right. Huntley, I don't know where you're throwing to there. Zadarius Smith on the field. All right. Peyton again, taking it seriously. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left. AFC's ahead 6-0 in this flag football Pro Bowl game we got going on here. It kind of seems like a little football party. They should have some pizza. They should turn it into a pizza party. Kirk, there you go. Maybe Kirk can deliver some pizza. Come on, we got Pizza Boy here. Come on. All right, we're getting Geno Smith on the field. Oh, shit, that's right. Brock actually tore his ACL. That's right. Didn't he originally go down with something to do with his finger? And then, yeah, that's right. I remember that now. That stinks. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, it was his elbow. Okay, there we go. And then Josh Johnson, fourth string. Seriously, San Francisco. Talk about quarterback problems. It feels weird that there's no offensive line. Yeah, it is a little strange, right? They're all just kind of, well, here we go. I mean, that's probably fun. I mean, that's probably, obviously, safety is the concern. And then, it's just fun. But regardless of the flag football event, wherever it's being held, again, does anybody know where this Pro Bowl is? I could look it up here quickly, I suppose. It's pretty full there, people are still going. Pizza of choice. So honestly, well, I like a margarita pizza. I mean, I'm vegan, but they do all sorts of vegan pizza now. I really like a margarita pizza or like mushroom, something like that. It's really solid. But yeah, any sort of like vegan pizza, honestly, will do. Now I'm hungry. Thanks a lot. But seriously, that sounds really good right now. The setup is kind of trippy to watch. It is. I agree with you all. All right, Geno Smith making a completion for a first down, and they don't. Oh, there's Kittle. All right, Kittle tying it up. George Kittle in. And then how was there not a flag? Not a penalty. He just kicked it. All right. Okay. But yeah, tied up now, everybody. No, they're doing the gritty. Stop it. Stop with the gritty. It needs to just end. That needs to be done. Do the mashed potato. I don't care. Do something else. We're over it. All right. With Jimmy G gone, Brock Purdy having surgery, Trey Lance should start this September. And that's kind of what they wanted. So now they'll be able to see. Yeah, give the kid a chance and see what he can do, and keep Brock as a backup. That's a good idea. And maybe get a quarterback in free agency. Yeah, I think that would be a solid plan, honestly. And like, if one of them works out, whether it be Trey, Brock, or this potential, they're pretty set up. So San Francisco could, again, next year, just be another force to be reckoned with as well. They might get all the way. Yeah. So, seriously. Unless they get Kirk. But that's not going to happen. It's in Vegas, Vlad. There you go. I think you're right. Yeah, now they do the Pro Bowl in Vegas every year, right? That's the new location. I think you're right. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yep. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. JV, Pro Bowl is in Vegas. Very good. We got Laura Rutledge talking to Snoop. Snoop's on the walkie-talkie. It's really important here. We got a lot of important things to say. Yep. Who's got the blunt ready? I'll be back there. I'm high as a kite right now, but I'm feeling good. All right. Snoop Dio double jizzle. All right. Or whatever he says. All right. That was me as Snoop Dogg right now. He's probably having the time of his life. And you know what? They're in Vegas. Like, weed is legal there. Probably all stoned. Oh, there's Pete Davidson. He's got the sunglasses on, too. He's stoned as hell, just looking into the rafters. What's going on there, man? All right. But I'm all about it. I mean, YouTube doesn't like it, so I don't really talk about it all that much, but I'm all for it. Like, all for it. Obviously. Should be legalized everywhere. Someone call it Pizza Boy. I'm waiting. Oh, my gosh. Christopher, I'm waiting, honestly, and I'm waiting patiently because it's going to happen. And I was listening to something. It was like someone on local radio, maybe a couple months ago. But I'm waiting for the slip of the tongue for somebody to call Kirk Cousins Pizza Boy or Pizza Ranch Boy or something of that nature, because I've been doing it for 5 years and I know a lot of people watch the streams. They do. And it's going to happen. It is. Gosh, I don't remember where I was listening to. It was like local radio somewhere. And I was like, I feel like they almost said it, but then they didn't. I'm like, But yeah, one day I think they might. Yeah, it would be hilarious. Yep, Kittle was in. Okay, it's 7-6, 4:44 left in the first. Don't mention getting stoned. I gotta remain sober. Okay, sorry, Vlad. There you go. Sorry. Yeah. You gotta focus on the studies first, and then afterward, if you're of age, if you're in a place where it's legal, all that stuff, then afterward you can have a celebration. If all of those things, age, legal, all that stuff, you know what I mean. But good luck on your exam. I hope it goes well. But yeah, I'm talking on the legal aspect. All right, Devontae Adams. I like that Devontae Adams is literally just playing. Oh, that was a nice little snag there. wow, it was like this close from the ground. Another sun in Capricorn, like myself, Devontae Adams. So I'm a fan in that aspect. But I like how they're able to just play in hats, right? He's got like the bucket hat on. No big thing. You know, they just chill. They're chilling. The players are probably all stoned too. Seriously, that's probably why they're having extra fun. Gosh. And you know, I wonder, people, you think Kirk is gummy guy today? You think he had a gummy? We were talking about that earlier this season. That, like, you know, if Kirk were to participate, he's totally a gummy guy. Do you guys think Kirk had a gummy over the weekend? You think he's feeling it? Feeling a little bit, you know, if Kirk plays a little bit more loosey-goosey today, right? We'll know that gummy guy is in full effect. Not to be confused with Gumby, okay? Not to be confused with Gumby. Colts desperately need to fix our O-line and get a quarterback. We also need another edge rusher and a quarterback. Christopher, I think y'all just need a lot of shit, right? I think you just need a lot of help. You'll get there. You'll get there. It's fine. It's fine. I feel it. It's a struggle, right? Being a fan, it's tough. All right, what happened? Somebody just scored. Oh, CeeDee Lamb? I think you had the score here. Okay. All right. Looks like the NFC. No, stop with the gritty. Stop it. They need to stop it. It's embarrassing. We're getting secondhand embarrassment. At least I am. The fact that the NFL is going to make us watch Kirk Cousins play I know. Maybe he had a gummy. Okay, why are they showing us that? Whatever. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. Happy full moon again to everybody today. Thanks for hanging out for a little while on this Sunday stream. I totally forgot the Pro Bowl was even happening today, so it was just actually by circumstance that this is on right now. But last 3 days have been real relaxing. There you go. Good luck on the exam. Again, hope it goes well. J.O., what's going on? You're here. Behold, Amon and Jefferson Goss. How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping through. Hope you've been well. I think Pete Davidson is the water boy for the team Eli. Oh, okay. He's the water boy. All right. That's cool. Oh, we got a Pizza Ranch boy spotting. I think he had a gummy. Oh, my gosh. He's talking to his fraternal twin, Eli. Oh, my gosh. I've always thought that Eli Manning and Kirk Cousins were semi-similar. And, oh, my gosh. They're besties. They're besties on the sideline. They're talking it up. Peyton's actually, like, trying to pay attention over there. He's, like, invested into it. Eli was just talking to Pizza Ranch boy. Eli probably had a gummy too. Kirk's like, Eli, I've never had a gummy before. Am I supposed to be smiling this much? Am I supposed to be laughing? He's like, dude, you're fine. Kirk's like, I'm supposed to go play. Eli's like, Kirk, you're gonna be fine, man. You're fine. This feeling's not gonna last forever. Eli's kid won't let go of his leg. That's hilarious. Okay, yeah, Pete Davidson's like the water boy. Where's Adam Sandler? Why is Sandler there? I was really stoned silly last night. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds nice and relaxing. Were you listening to anything good? Anything good? And what's your, like, method of choice? Like a pipe, like a joint, like a bong, or are you feeling vape? What are you doing? Volcano? Edible? Tablet? Sometimes I wonder if Florida even has, yeah, Nate's holding it down. You're holding it down in Florida, Nate. Or everything's all right down there. They seem more like guidelines and barely that. Yeah. I swear, an old, like, buddy of mine, we used to do comedy together. We still follow each other on Twitter, but he moved to Florida, I think a couple of years ago, and he'll post some tweets sometimes about stuff that he experiences now at moving to Florida. And I'm trying to think of, like, an example, but it's always just like, okay. All right. Well, there we go. But honestly, I think just weird shit happens everywhere. But it just always, like, you know, you hear about a weird story and it's Florida. It's usually some sort of Florida attachment. And then you got to deal with iguanas basically falling out of the trees and whatnot. You got a lot going on down there. Seriously. Gummy gumbo. That sounds good, actually. Gumbo. Not to be confused with gummy gumbo. It's not gum. It's Gumby, damn it. Yep. Shout out to Eddie Murphy there. Mars, what's going on? Good to see you. Florida, arrival. There you go. I think it's medical in Florida, right? I don't think full-on legal in Florida yet. I think it's just medical over there, if I remember correctly. But yeah, maybe just arrive, just already be in that wavelength, already being on that astral plane, maybe, and then it'll be all right. Yeah. Jo, I'm eating ice cream and oh my gosh, weightlifting torture. Oh yeah, eating ice cream until you throw up. That sounds, I mean, minus the vomiting. We don't want any sort of vomiting, so hopefully you can stop before you get to that. But hopefully the training goes well. And honestly, again, I'm vegan, so just preface vegan ice cream, but like ice cream is like my favorite thing. Like I have a problem there. Like if I could like just choose like something, I'd choose like the vegan ice cream and that's it. Like I've always had an ice cream problem. Shout out to Dairy Queen. Okay, and then also I want to mention, I have a little like alert too. Like I'm gonna want to mention too. I forgot about this. I want to mention it. But Dairy Queen, can you make one of your ice cream cakes vegan? Please. The ice cream cakes from Dairy Queen, they're so good. Can you make a vegan version? Dairy Queen, this is to you. Okay, whoever's listening and watching, can you make a veganized version of your ice cream cake? Damn it! Come on, please. You got the dilly bars or whatever that are vegan. That's a nice little start. Thank you. And my idea, don't steal it. They're probably going to, but I have this idea where it's just Dairy Queen. It's all the same little items, all the same ice creams, but it's all veganized, so they just call it non-Dairy Queen. Non-Dairy Queen. Same thing. Blizzards, all that stuff. Pecan or what is it? Peanut butter parfaits. All that stuff is just veganized. Non-Dairy Queen. Or they could have like 2 separate windows, right? At Dairy Queen. One's just regular. One's the non-Dairy Queen. Telling you, got all these ideas. Dairy Queen, let me know. Let me know. All right, but that sounds really good. All right, you got me on a tangent, on the ice cream tangent, but that's okay. Adam, how's it going? Eli is just socially awkward. This is true. Than Kirk, but they both have the 1,000 million. Yeah, and they both have millions of dollars in their pockets too. Yes. One thing that Eli has that I don't think Kirk will ever have. Prove me wrong, Kirk. Don't prove me wrong. I've been saying it the whole time. The Super Bowl ring. Okay. Or 2. Does Eli have 1 or 2? I know he's got at least 1. Does he have 2? I think Eli might have 2, right? Peyton is coaching like it's the Super Bowl. I know. I kind of love that. Like how seriously Peyton Manning's taking it. I'm not gonna lie, I do find it a little humorous. And Eli is barely trying to coach and some. Well, yeah, and Eli has also got his kid. Like, Dad, what are you doing? Just like, geez, gosh, But that's just whatever. Nothing against the kid. The kid's just like, hey, Dad, what are you doing? Eli's like, I'm trying to coach this game over here. Meanwhile, I was talking to Gummy Guy, aka Pizza Ranch Boy, aka Kirk Cousins, who had a gummy for the first time, allegedly, supposedly. I totally just made it up. And he's like, Eli, am I supposed to feel this way? Totally just made all that up. Not true at all. I mean, it could be, but I just made it up. So somehow Eli's team is winning. He probably passed out gummies before the game. Honestly, Eli probably did. That's why Kirk's feeling a little weird. And Eli's just like, Kirk, it's the gummy. It's fine. More talent other than other QBs, pretty much. What do you mean? Oh, all right. We got RG3 talking to Pete Davidson over here. And I mean, again, I'm all for it. Like 420 friendly all the way. But yeah, Pete's just giggling and he's wearing his shades. He's like, I can't even believe I'm here right now. What's going on? He's enjoying his life. My goal since moving to Florida is to never be there you go, Nate. There you go. I think that's a good goal to have. Just never be referred to as the Florida man and then you're fine. Yep, if you can just make it through. There you go. Nate, you don't want to be recorded wrestling. Exactly. Yeah. Come on, Nate. You don't want to like take on a gator with a trash can or something like that? That doesn't sound appealing to you. Kyrie Irving. Oh, really? Okay, I heard that he requested a trade or whatever. He just got traded to Dallas, the Mavs. Okay. All right. TJ Hawkinson. All right. Vikings representative getting a little tutty here. I think that's what the kids say. He lost his cap in the process from Geno Smith. TJ Hawkinson, a match made in heaven for this Pro Bowl flag football fiesta that we got going on here. Justin Jefferson, TJ celebrating together. There we go. All right. Not the real Florida man. Not a real Floridian then. Well, to be fair, Nate said he moved there, right? Yeah, a vegan cherry dilly bar ice cream bar is so good. That sounds really good. I've never tried it. I think I've tried the mint. I think I've tried the mint one, but that one sounds really good too. Yes, I might have to. I got some like vegan candy. Might have to have a piece of that later. Now I'm hungry. Eli has 2. Okay, 2 Super Bowl rings for Eli. Thank you, JV. Appreciate that. And then TJ Hawkinson with the 1-point conversion as well. It looks like after the touchdown, Geno Smith and Hawkinson are just a match made in heaven here. My first time in Miami, I don't know why I met. What do you mean? You're in Miami right now? All right. Geno Smith just having quite a game today. All right. 1 minute left in the first quarter of this game. You're not a real Floridian. I read. Ooh, zing. Shots fired. Do you say that's your neighbor's name? No, I'm just kidding. I honestly think Peyton is going to get frustrated and run out there. He might. Oh my gosh. I am all for that. Seriously. Yes. I am all for that. If Peyton was just like, F it, I'm over it. I'm done. All right. He hands off his walkie-talkie and he just goes in. Oh, he probably wants to too. I'm sure he misses playing. I could see it happening. Yep, Peyton, his face is red. He's invested. His face has been in that walkie all day. And when I say all day, like the whole first quarter. This game, they're going to score, like, they're already at 20 points. The NFC is already at 20 points here in the first quarter. They're going to get up to 80, right? If math is hard, but all right. Unless they start playing a little defense, grab a flag, why don't you? But yeah, it's the Pro Bowl. So does anybody care? No, not really. Okay, so my little alert that I was going to give before I sign off here. Just saying, kashi, if y'all eat kashi, speaking of food, I'm never buying anything from Kashi ever again. I bought some of their cereal and had a bowl of the cereal, whatever, it's fine. And then pour in another bowl of the cereal. It's like I bought their like toasted berry crisp or whatever. It's one of their vegan ones. And then pour in my cereal. And then I find a paper clip in the bag of cereal. It's like a paper clip, but then the end is like bent in such a way. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I already ate out of this bag. Pouring a little more now, going through the rest of the bag, and then I find a red twisty tie in there too. My whole bag of cereal just contaminated. I called Kashi. They wanted to give me a coupon. I was like, no thanks. That's fine. I don't want any more of your shit. Because actually, I bought a Kashi like frozen meal like years ago. This was years ago. Full on pulled an insect out of my mouth. This was years ago. I didn't report that. I was just like, whatever. I'm never gonna buy Kashi again. And then honestly, bought this box of cereal. I don't remember, like a month ago. And then find the damn paperclip and the twisty tie in there. No, not doing it. So if you have anything Kashi brand, look through it before you eat it. Word to the wise. Seriously, I'm just glad. I mean, I already ate out of it, but I'm honestly just like glad that I didn't chew on that or swallow it. Seriously. Kashi, like, okay, so I'm gonna send in the paperclip and the twisty tie because I was like, it's clearly contaminated or whatever. Again, I don't want your coupons. And then, yeah. So anyway, that's my little safety alert here. That's it. So that's all I got. Okay. What is? Oh my God. Okay, this is funny. This is another little tinfoil hat. We could put our tinfoil hats here. Peyton looks like he's got money on light. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Potentially. Oh, you guys, if I knew that this game was actually happening today, I could have done the astrological chart on the Pro Bowl. I could have done that, but I didn't. Honestly, I totally forgot about it. I mean, I knew it was happening, but I just like forgot that it was starting today or they were playing it right now. Peyton is actually going to yell at us. He might. You know, he's just invested. He's invested, right? Like a true winner. Yeah, legit like barbed wire cereal. I know. And I mean, honestly, something happened, but yeah, it was like the end of the paperclip was just like bent, too. And then the twisty tie, and like, okay, so watch your box of cereal, especially if it's from Kashi. So, and again, Kashi, I don't want your coupons. So anyway, but that's pretty much all I got, everybody. I'm just looking through my nerd notes. That Kashi thing was kind of like the last thing, but again, happy full moon, everybody. Full snow moon today. Full moon in Leo. Endings, bringing new beginnings. So hope you've had a nice Sunday thus far, and you continue to. Check in with me next week. I'll keep you posted, but I'm planning on doing my official Super Bowl planetary pregame prediction next week, probably around noon Central Time, something like that. But I'll keep you posted. But hopefully you join me next week as well, and then we'll see what happens with the game anyway. But yeah, I'll be doing that next week, make my official prediction. But yeah, I just wanted to chime in a little bit today and hang. And yeah, it's 2020 now. Okay, with the flag football game. So I appreciate everybody hanging out. Hope you've been doing great. The Vikings, as far as they go, it's kind of defensive coordinator watch right now. And we're in the off season pretty much for everybody else. Not officially, I guess, for everybody else, because we still have 2 teams yet playing. But you know how it goes. So Super Bowl madness for the next week, and then it'll truly be the off season. But yeah, hopefully you all join me next week as well, making my prediction. I'll pull up the chart. We'll go into it a little bit of like a deeper dive. But thanks again for joining me, whether you've been here the whole time or just chimed in for a little bit or whatever, just hanging out. I appreciate y'all. I continue to too. But yeah, I'll say bye to everybody here in the chat, and then I'll just sign off. But yeah, beware the cereal. Check your cereal boxes, everybody. Long time ago, had a Kashi granola bar. No! Okay, got instant stomach cramps. Seriously. And it's like, I was kind of bummed out because they have a lot of like, again, because they have a lot of like vegan options and just like healthier, stuff. So it's a bummer. Like, I want to support them, but damn it. Yeah. So I'm sorry you had that experience as well. That sucks, but yeah. All right. Yeah. Cheers, Nate. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great week as well. Stay safe and stay healthy. Hold it down in Florida. Look out for the iguanas. All that good stuff. And happy full moon in Leo to you as well. Vlad, thank you. Have a great day as well. Good luck on your exam. And yeah, everybody else too. JB, thanks for hanging out. Mars, James. Who else did I miss in here? I think I got Vernon if you're still on. Adam, thanks. Angel if you're still hanging out. But sorry if I missed anybody. But thank y'all again. And hopefully I'll see you next week for the official planetary pregame for the Super Bowl, the big game. And then we'll watch it all go down and go from there. And then it'll be the off season. And then it pretty much everybody like, all right, what's going on next year now? So we'll see what goes down. But thanks again, everybody.